Salute everybody. Let's see what we got in here. Make sure that link is pinned. Pin this link, y'all. Salute everybody. That link is for Polar. I sent him the link as well. So when he come in here, salute to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna give him time. What's up, everybody? Let's see if I can pin this link for him. So whenever you pull up. Hey.
You ain't started yet?
No.
All right.
But you need a few minutes.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. Um, how are you today?
I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, I was
Oh,
trying to wait.
we doing this like pre-recorded?
No, this live.
Okay.
Yeah, we live.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to wait for some more people to come in here. So if y'all out there, like, please share this out. Did you share it out, Polar?
No, I didn't. You want me to?
You slipping on your pimping.
Oh, look.
Yeah, you got time. Can you share it out for me, please, before we get started? Salute everybody in the chat. Y'all looking, but y'all ain't saying nothing.
Hold up. All right.
Thanks, y'all, for the memberships. Thanks, Regina. Thanks, Coolin. Hey, Lil Wayne fan. Salute. Salute everybody. Be safe, Lil Wayne.
Hold on.
Good. Salute everybody. I see y'all in the bushes. Y'all can drop down. Let's see. Hey, VI. Hey, sweetie. Salute to everybody. Y'all know black people ain't never on time. We got Polar in the building, y'all. Hey, Imani. Hey, salute y'all. Salute. I hope everybody has been having a fantastic Saturday. If you a content creator, share this live out. Hey, Octavia. Salute. Salute y'all.
All right.
Okay, we
Okay.
got to be back.
All right. Okay.
I'm ready when you are. Whenever you are, if you want to start, you want to wait a few minutes.
I'm ready. I'm ready now. I'm sorry. I had to get my dogs put up. They was
Oh,
doing a
you
bunch of
good.
barking.
You
I didn't want
good.
to be rude.
You good. Okay. So T3, the polar bear. Hmm. Let's talk about it. Talk to me, Thug. Are those your sayings? Are those the things you're famous for saying?
Yeah, all of those things are sayings that came out during a time where I was going through something with other bloggers on YouTube. So I think that's why some of those stuck so much because that there was a lot of meaning behind them.
Right.
But yeah, them are my sayings. A lot of people say them though. A lot of other people will use them and shit like that. I mean,
Right. So I'm gonna ask you a question. When you say those, like, it's a lot of meaning behind those sayings. Can you elaborate?
uh, I mean, so like, let's let the well, so the you tell me thug and shit like that. Um, that was when I was going through it with MHB,
Oh,
and
okay.
they was trying to figure out what my name was and shit like that.
Right.
And I mean, it really ain't that heavy of a story, but
Right.
they do have a meaning
Right.
behind them and shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, but you don't got to mention names if you don't, want to, whatever. So, so that was just a little bit just to getting to know you, like the sayings, what you're famous for saying on YouTube. So when did you become Polar Bear?
So I mean, I started my page maybe a year before Mo3 died. So like the beginning of 2020 type shit, rolling into that year. And I just started the page and came up with the idea, made a bunch of smaller clips to um, kind of kind of speak for what I was saying.
Right.
Um, but I never, when I started off, I wasn't going live stream, so I was never on live. I started going live, maybe a year later, type shit after the page started getting some traction. Um, but yeah, so I started it like 3 years ago, probably. What's today? What's today? Uh,
Today is the April 29th, 2023.
so yeah, probably about 3 years now.
Okay.
I've been consistently on YouTube as Polar Bear.
Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, are you the first blogger to go live like on YouTube? Were you the first one to discover it? I know I kind of heard mixed things, but I wasn't sure if it was you or was it someone else.
Uh, I think it depends on what we were going live about.
Okay, got you.
So if you would say like, because it is, the beginning is more so split. Like there's two different types of blogging that was going on when it was originated. So you got MHB who had already had his page, and he was talking about more things than Mo3. So I think he had been on since Nipsey Hussle passed away, which was maybe a year or two before Mo3 died. So, but when we started going live, it was more so interacting with the subscribers. It wasn't so I I would say I started the going live and interacting with the subscribers.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Okay, okay,
yeah.
cool. So that's pretty much how you started your YouTube career. You said it was a year before the passing of Mo3. You had started your YouTube career. So was your content just solely based on the situation with Mo3 and his passing?
Well, the year before that, nah, I was talking about things going on in hip hop.
Gotcha.
So, uh, I might talk about Fat Joe. I might talk about Lil Wayne and Boosie and stuff like that. So the stuff that I do now, it kind of premises to how I really started my YouTube page, but how I got the following was based off me having the knowledge of what happened to Mo3.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Okay, so being from Texas, how did you come up with the tatted up mascot as your, as your avatar for
I
YouTube?
don't know. I just thought it was something that was cool and different. Um, I hadn't really never seen anybody with a animal or something like that that's like human like. Uh, and like the intro was like so much ice. I should have brought my fur, which was some cold shit. And
Right,
then I figured what kind of animal would represent being cold, and that would be a polar bear.
got
So I thought it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. It's different.
you. Right, okay. So when you started doing lives with the mask on, was that your hopes to remain anonymous?
No, so I never really wanted to hide who I was. Even when I very first started the page, it was never my goal to never show myself.
Right,
But once the story started getting good, and I was giving up a lot of accurate stuff, people wanted to know who I was.
right,
But I knew that like stuff gets boring to me after a while. So
right,
I have to bring some kind of excitement to it for me to keep going with stuff. That's just anything in life as a person. So I said, man, I'm tired of not showing myself. So
right,
I wonder how I can do it, but still not show who I am, type shit. And
right.
that's what I came up with. I mean, I tried out a bunch of different masks. I tried out a bunch of different masks. It was probably like 6 or 7 different ones that I ran through until I found the one that works the best. Because I was smoking so much, I had said, how the hell I gotta have a hole in the mask somehow for me to hit the blunt. So I ended up finding one that had holes in the side, and it looked pretty cool and stuff. But you know what? Um, you know what?
What's up?
People say a lot of times, like, you I wish Polar would have kept the mask on. I wish he would have kept the mask on. But I tell you what, hollering out of that fucking mask for 3 or 4 hours is fucking exhausting.
Like,
I mean, like hollering through a mask into a mic is fucking exhausting. So um it was really me relieving myself. Like, I can fucking
right,
breathe while I'm on this fucking mic talking.
right, right.
But
That was my next question. Like, how were you even able to breathe? Because sometimes I have to wear them at work, due to COVID and things of that nature. Like, so it's kind of sound like you was wearing a mask before COVID, huh? So
was that before COVID?
I don't know. You said about, well, that's probably around the time COVID has started up.
Yeah, I think it's right around the time it started. Uh Man, it was hard. It was hard. I'd be sweating and shit. And that bitch,
I bet. I
uh
bet. I definitely.
mask stank out after the live. I mean, that bitch hollering and yelling in the mask, spitting and trying to drink beer and all kind of stuff. So
Right. Right.
it was tough, but I'm glad I was able to do it. I'm glad I came up with the idea to do it. You know what I mean?
So
So
did you?
I even came up with the idea of getting the actual polar bear mask,
That would
like
have
the
been dope.
polar bear costume head, and doing
Yeah,
that.
that
But
would have been dope. That would have been dope. You
it
still.
would have, but I would have passed out.
That's dope. Like I really feel like you should get that emotion because that's dope. I like that. So
Yeah.
like I'm not sure, but you said like the mask. You wearing the mask. Did you feel like you blogging on the situation with Mo3? Did you feel like that the things that you were saying and by you breaking the story down, that you feel like in some way or fashion that your life would have been in danger?
Yeah, because you know during that time I wasn't living in Texas, but I still have family who live in Dallas.
Right. So
I
you had
still
to break.
have sisters and
Yeah.
um my father, I still have people out there. And for me to be talking about people who have a lot of power in Texas, in an area that I have loved ones in, yeah. And being new to the internet, people sending those threats online, sometimes you might think that, hey, I probably should take this serious. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
Right. Oh, so you actually received threats. So were they like mailing things to your house? Like were you
Nah.
doxxed? Or were
Nah,
you
no,
getting threats
so
on the internet?
nobody never mailed nothing to my house, but people were telling me where I was at because at that time, I was new to the internet, so I didn't know anything about VPNs and shit like that. People finding out exactly where you are just through you being online. So people were in the chat trolling me and shit like that, but nobody ever came or showed up or did no shit like that
That's
or
true.
ever sent nothing to my address.
Yeah. Cause I just kind of feel like when you get on here, like it don't come with a manual handbook. Like you don't know how to navigate it, because me, like how it is on here, like in this sector overall, if I would have knew like the things that go on, the trolling, the doxing, I would have came, with a different approach. Like I would have been able to protect my name, so people wouldn't, so I wouldn't be so accessible to like the strangers, the weird people on here, because of course it's the internet. So their way of fighting is doxing you, putting your personal information out there. But I wasn't, aware of that because, like I said, it don't come with a handbook. You don't have people that will actually tell you that. So, I get it because I was in that situation too. So I definitely understand.
Now later on down the line, I did end up getting doxxed. Somebody
Okay.
did end up uh putting the address out there and my name and my background and stuff like that out there eventually. But
So, so
it,
how did you end up getting docs? Like, were you into it with someone, or was it kind of like random? Because I feel
well,
a
I
lot of hate on YouTube. Like they may be
yeah.
mad because you get more numbers or you're doing better than them. So it's kind of like sometimes they don't even really have a reason to dox anyone, which I don't agree with it at all. But that's just how they fight on the internet.
Well, I was talking to a girl at the time who I had met through YouTube. And because I knew that I was really just a regular guy off the internet, and
Right.
there was nothing to dox or whatever. I was just a regular guy, or whatever. I told her who I was, and me and her, we end up falling out for whatever. I think she started acting weird and started getting mad because women were on in the chat and on my page flirting with me and shit like that.
Right.
And she was just like, "Oh, I'm a sell your information or whatever."
Wow.
And really, honestly, now that I look back at it, that shit wasn't even important. You know what I mean? That shit didn't even I didn't have to make that shit as big of a deal as I did, really,
Right.
because not it so most of the times when the doxing happens, nothing even happens after that. Like,
Right.
okay, my name out there, my address out there,
Right.
but now what? You know what I mean?
Right. So
It-
with those events, as far as you becoming intimate with a young lady that you felt like you can trust, so obviously you opened up to her and you gave her your real name. You felt like you could trust her because dealing with guys, like they're not gonna give you their government name unless they feel like they can trust you. So it's kind of like, do you regret that, and does that like bother you to this day? Like, is it hard for you to trust people on YouTube?
Uh, now with the situation with her, no, I don't regret that. You know what? I actually end up seeing her later on down the line, in person later on down the line. But no, I don't. But I do feel like I trusted a lot of people on YouTube
Right.
that didn't have the same goal that I thought that we shared in common.
Right. I get that. That's understandable. So how was you said that you ran into her. How was that like? Don't skip over that part. I want to know like how was it? Like,
Well, I mean, it was okay.
okay.
It was okay, but a lot of times who people portray themselves to be online is not who you meet when you see them in person.
That's true.
And sometimes that's okay.
True.
That's not an issue. That's just like if you were to put an account on a dating online dating app, you're only gonna put the things that put you out there in the best light.
Right.
So, it's kind of like a catch 22 deal.
Yeah.
But it was cool or whatever, but you know, uh yeah, it was just cool. Okay, let's
Okay. Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't know if something happened or was it like the apology? Like, did she apologize? So that's why I was just curious. But that don't happen too often. So, so when did the drama and the beef start among you and other content creators?
once I start pointing out the stuff that didn't make sense about him,
Got you.
because we were covering the same things. Like we were all based on the Mo3, the mystery of what happened to Mo3. And we would toss ideas around and say the other person's idea sounds insane, and break down why it sounds insane, and stuff like that. And that's how the triangle of content was going.
Right.
Or and uh from that, we end up start beefing based off of egos getting involved, and we're all new to the platform, so we really don't know what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. But I'll say this: it was, even though it did go down like that. So this is probably like 2021, probably at the beginning of 2021. So probably in like March, maybe 4 or 5 months after Mo3 died. So that first 6 months after he passed away was when everything was built.
Got you.
Um, and then from that it turned into us beefing and stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. So my next question to you is, who do you think you get more hate from, other content creators or subscribers?
Uh, content creators,
Content creators. Okay.
because the subscribers listen to the content creators. Subscribers listen to whoever they feel.
It's true. It's true.
And sometimes that can change by the day.
That's true.
Somebody might be rocking with you for a week, then they open their ear to something else, and it make a little bit more sense, and then they sign up with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, do you have a top five favorite Polar Gang supporters?
Uh-uh.
You don't? Okay.
Uh-uh.
Okay, that's fair. So, do you think you are the founding father of the Mo3 sector?
Yeah.
Okay, then turn up.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not even from me going live. It's not even from that. It's from the war in Dallas, because all these people that you're seeing are from being on those uploads, being, what I'm saying,
Right.
watching that content, zoning in on that content, and interacting with that content for 4 or 5 months strong. And then it started going live, and that's when things went everywhere.
Okay. So, what was your inspiration behind the war on Dallas?
I wanted to tell the Mo3 story as accurately as possible. And I went through his whole catalog. We went through all his music. Um, it wasn't. I just wasn't on here. Going live every day talking about who's lying about how he died. I was on here really diving into his music. Going lyric for lyric. Really, mainly making sure that people who weren't Mo3 fans the whole time, who just heard the story of how he died and heard the song with Boosie, the "Everybody Ain't Your Friend, Everybody Ain't Your Partner," and everybody thinks that they just love Mo3 the whole time. I made sure that they heard his catalog and understood what he was saying, what he meant, who he was talking about. all that stuff. I really took my time with all those things. Those the uploads with him for me was probably in you know in the upper hundreds to thousands um in a very short period of time. So that was my whole goal, was just making sure that everybody knew the most they could about Mo3.
Okay. So were you a Mo3 fan like before the passing, before his?
Not back in his McKinney days.
Okay.
Once he started beefing with Yellow Beezy and Dallas started changing, that's when I started paying attention to what was going on.
Got you. So from what I'm hearing, like I wasn't like I used to hear Mo3 on the radio, but I feel like they started playing his music more after, his passing. And like from being in the Mo3 sector and me being acquainted with some people that live in Dallas and that's surrounding that area, they said Mo3 was a troll. So how do you feel about that? Like, do you like by you doing your research and everything? Do you feel like he was a troll? Like, I heard that he was like trolling people on Facebook, like the same stuff that people do on YouTube in this sector.
Well, Mo3 was a live wire. So he was so on Facebook and stuff like that, you would see him fighting people, checking people, and beating people up and posting his music and stuff like that. But as far as trolling, I wouldn't say he was a troll. I think he found the nigga he felt he could bully based off knowing him,
So he was a
and you know kept on, and just I guess it makes sense. I just say that he found the nigga that he felt he could bully.
okay,
But I don't think he was a troll.
okay. So do you feel like you're responsible with helping create the most trolls in the Mo3 sector?
Hold on. So I just want to make it clear. So if anybody says that Mo3 was a troll, it's only because they said that he would snitch and tell what was going on in the streets in his music.
Right, got you.
And them niggas was getting mad about that. I think that's the only way you could kind of compare him to a troll.
Okay, got you. That makes
Uh, so do I think I'm responsible for creating most of the trolls in
yeah,
the
within the Mo3
sector?
sector, yes.
Yeah. I think I'm responsible for showing people that they can come online and just have fun.
Good. That's good.
But the doxing and stuff like that, I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't. That wasn't my that ain't part of my recipe. That was never part of my my angle.
right. So, who are your favorite trolls? Do you have favorites?
Uh-uh.
Hmm. What about skits and plays? Did you run any skits or plays?
I've never ran a play in my life.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
I'm
I
messing.
ain't, I ain't never ran a play.
How do
Never.
you feel about the skits and the plays?
You know what? I called out a lot of skits and plays and said people were writing skits and doing all that shit. And I got crucified for it.
You did.
So um I just learned just to shut my mouth and let people enjoy whatever the hell they want to enjoy. It's like beating a dead horse.
Right.
If you into that, I mean, I can't. I already pointed out to you that it's scripts and plays, and if you want to enjoy it, hey, enjoy it.
Right. Okay. So, do you like the 2023 version of the Mo3 sector?
Well, well, a lot of people really don't. A lot of people really don't even stand on what they stood on when they started in the Mo3 sector no more.
Right.
A lot of people are reaching out and branching out to other areas to get looks and stuff like that. To me, they're no longer like Mo three sector. So people who I would say is Mo three sector would be like Trigger Man Tell 'em TV, um, Skull, um, Ratchet, um, any of these people who are going like over with the beef sector and shit like that, and in the mommy sector and stuff like that. Like to me, that's not really a version of the Mo three sector. So if any of those people who I just named, yeah, I'm happy with where they are, that they're
Oh,
still going.
is that your current Cash App? Because I got it off your page. I had sent you a message before asking for your Cash App. I'm not sure if you've seen it.
Yeah, it's my Cash App.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to the next question. I'm just looking at my computer because I got them, on my computer. Um, have you
But
lost any channels?
huh?
Have you lost any channels?
No.
Hmm, that's
I
good.
got three. I got three pages. So, um, my main page is T3 the polar bear page that I only post edited content on.
Okay.
Um, that's the page I was on when I started beefing with everybody. But I took a majority of that content off and then started the other page, the Polar Gang USA page, just to protect that page. Um, I've never lost a page.
Well, that's good because the content that you were handling, and you got people they striking pages, so that's good for you to be
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Hey, yeah, I stayed away from that shit. Like all that flagging and getting people pages took down. When I saw all that start happening, that's when I decided to take a step back
Right,
from what was going on. That's not even I I don't have time to be losing a page.
right. So speaking of you taking a step back, what did you do during your break?
So well, I took a break last summer.
Okay.
I stayed out the internet for like almost 3 months last summer. Um, I don't know. I guess I just took a little bit of a detox from being on the internet. Took a break and kind of sat back and saw the tide changing. And I don't know. I just
So you
focused on myself off the computer.
so you didn't buzz, you didn't touch the internet, you didn't like, oh, let me see what's going on, because I know sometimes it can be hard, but if you did that, then you definitely disciplined.
Nah, I mean, I wasn't in nobody chats. I wasn't popping up nowhere. I mean, I might pop up every once in a while on. At this time, I think Mayor page was going at that point. Mayor first little page, and I pop over there maybe every night or not every night, but like once a month, twice a month. But I just had to take a break because I was getting too deep into this world of the internet.
Yeah, because it definitely can be consuming. So do you feel like it started to consume you?
Well, once my whole life was internet, I feel like that was a problem.
So when you say your whole life, can you elaborate?
So like everybody that I talk to on a daily basis is based off of my YouTube situation.
Got you.
That became a problem to me.
Got you.
Like I can't like now I don't even got nobody around me who's talking to me like I'm Trey and not Polar Bear no more.
Got
And
you.
that was an issue for me as a person.
Right. So not only has YouTube affected you in some way, did it affect your family?
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
My family don't even know I do this no more.
Oh, okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah, they don't even know.
Okay. So what is something looking back, would you change?
I wouldn't have went live
Really?
if I could go back and change my you how my YouTube career is going, because it is a career. Whether people realize that or not, starting this is a career. Um, I don't I think I would have waited longer to go live.
So why is that? Like, can you elaborate?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
because my page didn't start as me. Like my journey didn't start as me going live.
Right. Got you. You did say that in the beginning.
Yeah, it started as me doing edited videos to where it might be like, a 15-minute video, 20-minute video, 10-minute video, 5-minute video,
Right.
and I just uploaded. So I wasn't doing the live streams. People didn't even know I stuttered before I started going live.
So you another Texas 713. Okay. So, as a new content creator, what advice would you give me?
Stick with what your original goal is.
Okay. So, which is better, uploads or lives?
I don't know. I really can't answer that because it's hard to start a YouTube page with uploads. Because people just gonna roll right past it. They don't know who the hell it is.
Right.
So I don't know, but I've never started a YouTube page. I was just going live though, so I couldn't answer that for you. You might have to ask somebody who started off going live and saw some success, and then kind of compare the two or whatever.
Right. Got you. So, were you shy when you started doing the live videos?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wasn't good at all. That shit, yo, I wasn't good at all, and
Can you?
I was just so excited back then. I was just so excited to be heard. I was just so excited to, just be able to pop out and it's people listening, and I was just overly excited. I was overly excited and
Right.
you know and I think it bled through the microphone. I think it bled through my voice. I
Right.
think it bled through my energy. How fucking excited I was to be doing this, and that's what really drew people to me.
Right.
But as time went by, I kind of calmed down and stopped stuttering so much, and and kind of started figuring out how to have something to fucking talk about.
Right.
what, what do you say?
I didn't mean, I was trying to skip over, well, try to remove that comment, but don't, we're
You,
not
you can put
focus.
it back up there. Hold on, hold
No,
on.
we're
You can put
not
it back
gonna
up there.
Polar Bear, we're gonna stay focused, okay, honey. I don't want you to get up here and start stuttering now. Now we got 713 in the chat. He might rub off on you. He probably start stuttering. So let's just stay focused here, okay? We'll take questions later. Hey guys, no disrespectful comments in the chat at all. No disrespectful questions. I will be taking, well, he will take questions during the end. Please keep it cute or stay on mute. If you got something disrespectful to say, please don't say it, don't lay it, don't comment. Just stay in the bushes because he's in my house. So we're going to respect him. That's it. That's all. Okay, you can finish my bag.
Nah, I
Did,
was I was just I was just very excited when I first started.
so was it
And
from like the overwhelming like support that you were getting from people?
I mean but it also felt good to talk about Mo3.
Okay, yeah.
It felt good to have some purpose on the platform. I mean, I had purpose on the platform, so and people were really enjoying what I was doing, and so during that time I wasn't even making no money.
Okay, got you.
You know, I wasn't monetized. Um, I didn't know shit about what to do at all. I was just on here, just excited, just coming on here, just talking for hours and hours and hours, interacting with people for hours and hours and hours. So I wasn't making no money. That whole first war in Dallas, I was playing so much goddamn music that I couldn't make no money. Then playing Mo3 music, I couldn't make no money. So,
Right,
I didn't really start making money um until I started going live, and then I got sucked into the I got sucked into the matrix
right.
of fucking going live. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's cool. They say that you can handle the trolls. You the king of trolls, young lady. He can handle the troll. I know it, but that's just I'm all for respect. And he over here. I just want to show him respect. It's his first time being over here. That's all. That's all. So yeah, I mean, like you wanted to be heard. You like you have a voice, and you touched on a sensitive topic with Mo3. So yeah, definitely get it. So how long did it? Do you remember like how long it took for you to become monetized?
So I got monetized before. You know what? I take that back. Um, I had been on YouTube for like a year.
Okay.
It probably wasn't even a year, no, honestly. Um, it was probably more like 5 or 6 months. Um, just posting things that I cared about or whatever, just rambling, just talking. But it took one war in Dallas for my page to take off. I think before the first war in Dallas, I think I had like 1,000 subs, probably a little bit over 1,000, and then after that, it just took off, and I ended up getting monetized. But funny thing about it, I ended up getting demonetized right after that because I tried to screen record somebody's whole content and post it on my page like it was mine. There's a blogger called, I think, Black Balloon or some shit like that. Black Balloon. He had a video about Pimp C, and I screen recorded the whole video and just like chopped out some parts and then start talking in between it. But I got demonetized for that.
Oh wow. So this person struck your page, or I would just like
Yeah,
struck it.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. So how did that make you feel?
Well, at the time, it discouraged me
Oh,
because I was like, damn, I just now started making something that people is gonna fuck with, and my dumb ass done some shit that got me demonetized now. But I said, since that's the situation, I'm just gonna take this time to jam pack my content with a whole bunch of copyrighted shit.
right.
It's gonna make it unbelievable for the next 60 to 90 fucking days that I can't make no money. And
Right.
I think I got demonetized for 90 days.
Oh wow.
Um
So were you
and
aware of, the benefit of someone striking you for using their content at the time, or were you still fairly new to YouTube? And
Nah, I was brand new.
okay, so you was learning, so it was like a learning process for you, a learning experience.
Yeah, I was brand new.
Hmm.
I had no idea I would even get in trouble for that. I was like, this dude ain't gonna see my little page over here.
So do you remember how many subscribers you had at the time, and how many subscribers that he had, if you remember?
Oh, he probably had like 300,000
Oh
subscribers.
yeah, he was gonna get you out there, out of there.
I probably had a cool 600, some shit like that.
Oh yeah,
He
you
got
was
me up
playing.
out of there.
You was playing. You definitely was playing doing that.
But at this time though, I was in trucking school at the same time of starting YouTube,
Oh, okay.
and I ended up choosing a YouTube career over finishing trucking school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Do you feel like the benefits being a YouTuber was more than being a trucker?
Well, I feel like being a YouTuber was like a one-time shot. To me,
Really?
it was a one-time shot with what was, you know, the Lord bestowed on my brain with the Mo 3 situation. So I just totally invested myself into doing this. And I felt like, well, trucking something I can do later. I mean, it's always something that's available.
Right.
Um,
That's
but
true. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
nah, go ahead. Nah, go ahead.
No, I was about to say I get it because it's kind of like when you very, when you interested in something, when you have a passion, it's hard for you to stop. Like you just keep going. So you just followed your heart, you know.
This is like some what if type shit. So if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have been affected so many people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So many people wouldn't have I wouldn't have gone through so many people's brain. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The shit that I done is like engraved in people's brains. And that's some once in a lifetime type shit.
Yeah, I get that because you see, Bimp, he said, salute to Polar. He was a motivation to me, real talk.
What's up, Ben?
So from the chat, you could tell that, you touched a lot of people, and even me, doing my research. Like I heard, good things about you, Polar. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to reach out to him. I'm a new content creator. So what made you like say, yeah, I do it without you not having the knowledge of me or anything, and I'm a new content creator?
I don't know. Maybe because you are a new content creator, a
Oh,
new face, some new blood.
okay. Well, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate you for taking the time out, and not, well, we had, the little dent and, in the beginning as far as the schedule conflicts, but I definitely appreciate you coming through. So, are you ready for the messy questions?
Yeah. Let me
Okay.
light my blunt up real quick. Oh look.
Hey, go ahead. You gonna need it, sir. I'm messing with you. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute, so player.
So player wanted me to do Warren Dallas episode 9,000 if I wanted to keep going.
Really?
Salute to So Player. So Player was influential to me putting Dallas on the map. So regardless of nothing, with me growing up in Dallas, it felt good to put Dallas on the map. Being a hometown kid, to be able to paint Dallas so accurately to so many people all around the world. I felt like I made Dallas proud of me.
Let's go, Polar.
And you know what
Let's
I'm saying? That's really all that mattered to me. You know, when I used to see that shit, like, man, I made Dallas proud. I went hard for Dallas.
That's good. Well, maybe you should be mayor of Dallas. Let's go.
But yeah, I'm ready for your other questions.
Okay. So, do you have any plans of becoming a porn star?
Yeah, I have some plans on being in the industry in some shape, form, or fashion.
Hmm.
Whether I'm a cameraman putting together production, the talent, whatever. Absolutely.
So, what made you want to get in that field?
You know what? I've always been interested in porn. Even as a young kid, I've always been interested in porn. The how it's put together. I used to watch it like imagining like I wonder what else is going on in that fucking room.
Oh. So,
Like
as,
how many people are standing over top of them with cameras?
as a kid, you was a jack boy.
Well, I was a connoisseur of the art.
So,
You know, I took I love the art, whether it was the magazines, the videos. I used to watch the HBO specials at night, to where you wouldn't really see the penetration, you just see them humping, but it's got the whole storyline of them being out in uh the desert with the horses and all type of shit. So um yeah, I feel like I should definitely have some kind of hand in that, some way, shape, form, or fashion.
So is this something that happened like overnight, or because I know you say you want to be a YouTuber, you want to drive trucks, you want to be a porn star. You're just multi-talented, sir.
Well, I never really told nobody I wanted to be a porn star, but you asking me that, I mean, I tell you, yeah. But nobody's ever heard me come out my mouth and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be a damn porn star."
Oh, okay, okay. So can you share any of your favorite moments on YouTube?
Uh, I think my favorite time on YouTube was me exposing MHB.
Oh, Lord.
I think that time when me and MHB was beefing was probably my funnest time
Really?
on
It was
YouTube.
fun? How is beef
Uh,
fun?
how long was we beefing?
No, I said you said it was fun. Like, why did you consider beefing with him fun?
Just man, it was a bunch of it was good camaraderie. You know, it was good. You know, it was good, clean content. It was a lot of it was a, a lot of smoke. It was a lot. It was just it was crazy. It was like it was just I don't know. It's I hadn't seen nothing like it since, and I never seen nothing like it before. You know, it was just crazy, and it was fun. I love being a part of it. Uh, I don't know how is it sound weird to say beefing with somebody was my funniest point on YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, me, because I'm the type of person, like, I say what I got to say and I move on. I'm not doing a million lives on you. I just can't do I don't have the time and patience. So, yeah, it was just, but that's your prerogative. It was fun to you. I mean, so, yeah, I was just asking.
Yeah, we did a lot of verbal sparring, so it was fun. It was fun.
So, how long did y'all beef? Like, was it like a couple of months? Was it,
Yeah, it was months. It was,
you
you
talking about?
know,
Yeah, like, it was,
yeah, it was months. You know, it probably lasted at least 6 months. It lasted at least 6 months.
so when did it end? Well, you said 6 months.
Well, I wouldn't say that it'll ever end. I don't think there'll ever be an ending to it. Um,
Um,
but I think that it slowed down and stopped once other people wanted to pick up the fight for me.
got you.
Whether that was me asking them to do so or them just for their own better gain,
Right.
choosing to try to pick up a fight for me for their better gain.
Right. So did you like who like did you eventually like okay, yeah, I'm done with the beefing or going live on you, or like did you throw in a white towel, or how did that situation happen? Like how did it
Hell
end?
nah. I think that I don't know. I think we both just laid off of it
Oh,
for a time being or whatever. Like he will pop up on my page sometimes. I pop up on his page sometimes. Um, you know, I honestly carried on about my business. I honestly I did and start building my own my own team.
right. Right.
Um, I started building my own team for entertainment. People who wanted to entertain. I started building my own little shit. But I don't think it'll ever be over. If he do some dumb shit that's too wild, I still talk about it. And I'm sure if I do some shit that's unbelievable one day, like lose my YouTube channel, he'll be right on this page. King trolls out of here type shit.
Yeah.
So
That's
y-
true. That's
my
true.
my main thing is I'm just not gonna do nothing to lose my page. So
Right.
once once the game turns into taking a page, trying to take people pages down, I'm not, I'm not gonna play that game because, like I said earlier, a lot of people who I associated myself with or around don't have the same end goal as I have.
Mm,
They're not playing the same end game that I have.
right. So yeah, I feel you because I like these days on YouTube is a lot of striking and it's a lot of CPS calling, a lot of cop calling. How do you feel about that?
I don't get involved with that. Yeah, I'm not involved in any of that.
So
You
how
know,
do um like stay out the way? Like what advice would you give me as a new content creator?
all I can tell you is stay away from it. I don't even interact on them type of topics or nothing. So I don't I don't know. That's not my thing. I'm not about ruining nobody's life outside of the internet.
Right.
You know, if you say some dumb shit on the platform, I might point it out, but past that, you know, I don't co-sign that type of stuff, and just stay away from it. I just stay away from it.
True. So I know you say you don't really agree with that type of content, so you kind of stir away. So what other content do like brings you interest besides talking about celebrities in the Mo3 situation? Like what other content do you like on YouTube?
Well, I mean, I watch stuff about history. I watch stuff about animals. Um, I dive into self-help videos, um, dating coaching videos, um, all kind of stuff. I mean, I'm kind of a weirdo. I'm all over the place when it comes to YouTube. So a lot of times, which I've been hearing, a lot of times people have thought that, oh, he's somewhere watching, he's the king troll somewhere typing in the chat late at night type shit.
Right, I heard that too. I heard.
That's not that's not how I move. That's not what I'm out here doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That you had a troll page and
Fuck no. Fuck
okay,
no. I don't do no
out of
shit like that.
chilling, doing you.
I don't do no stuff like that, man. I think stuff like that is, that's too childish to me. And I think it's pretty childish for people to even think that that would be me doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Right. I mean, you seem like a low key type of guy, but I'm not really familiar with you like that. But I hear the things, but sometimes you have to get to know a person. You get your own perception of them. You can't necessarily base how you feel about somebody else off of somebody else's opinion. But you got people that will project how they feel onto you.
And a lot of people who have gained voices have been people who have wanted something that I have, or creating, which this ain't even about me. People do this all the time. Create an imaginary problem between you and them, where if y'all just probably would have talked, you would have understood that it wasn't whatever you thought that it was, type shit. So a lot of people got sour taste in their mouths about that. Um, and I can also say, like, at times I have came off as a hot shot, you know, or like a jackass, or some super cocky dude who's um
Mhm.
above thy, what I'm saying, above thee type shit. But
Right,
a lot of times that's just the exaggerated character of the polar bear,
right.
you know.
I
And
want to.
I think a lot of people get I think a lot of people at times get mix the two up. That I'm a lot of times I'm just acting out this exaggerated polar bear image that you see right here.
Right,
You would probably be expecting this polar bear that's tatted up to be a super cocky shit talking motherfucker, right? I
right.
mean, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people get into their feelings because I am such a personable guy at times. Because I do let who I really am you know what I'm saying, off the mic come out with all those nights that I spent on here talking, and people feel personable to me. And then you turn around the next day and I'm acting like a jackass
Right.
running this character. So I mean, I can see it rubbing people the wrong way at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. But I just want to dab in a little bit of what you had said before, as far as people like hitting that live button, and a lot of things could clearly be a misunderstanding. But I just kind of feel like a lot of people on YouTube, they be so emotionally unstable, or they don't know how to control their emotions. So the first thing they do, they run and hit the live button, when it clearly could have been just a conversation. Because I'm more so of a behind the scenes person. Some things you keep private. I'm all about that. So if it could be a discussion or a conversation that we can have behind the scenes, like I will do that versus bringing it to the internet. So I definitely feel that. But you got some people, they act out, and
Well,
emotions,
and
they act on impulse.
other people might not have the support system outside of being heard or seen on the internet. It's certain people who don't got nobody to turn to when they get off of here. So,
That's true.
they find some kind of comfort, or saying security off of being on YouTube, and that's fine. But I do think people do need to sometimes take a step back and think before they press the live button.
Yeah, that's true too. But also you gotta understand, these are we're dealing with strangers. You hit that live button, you vent. Like, this is not a place to vent. Like, I'm not, judging those who do come on here and vent. Because you're right, you got some people, they don't have family members. Like, they don't have that go-to person that they can go to. So they turn to the internet. But you turn around and their content. So it's like everything, like you got some people that everything is content to them. So it don't matter. Like, you can have a sob story. You get into it with an individual, they using that situation against you.
Hmm.
It's kind of hard. So my biggest thing, just pray about it. Like, just vent to God.
So it's like when you press that live button, YouTube is reading your rights. Anything
Yep.
you said will be used against you
Miranda, right?
in the court
That's
of the
exactly,
law.
that's exactly how you have to treat it. You have to treat it like you're being incarcerated, or you being locked up. That's true. And I've always said that. I've always said that. I definitely always have said that. So that's true. So what are your plans for the future as a content creator?
I like to eventually turn my turn my platform into some kind of vlog,
Okay.
more of like a video showing you what I'm doing and stuff like that.
Okay, that sound lit. That sound lit. It definitely sound lit. Is that the only thing you plan on doing in the future as far as your page?
Yeah, I think that's probably all I'm comfortable with saying.
Oh, okay.
Is
Yeah, I
that
know you want to give out your ideas. I get it. I
is
definitely.
that eventually I'd like to turn it into you seeing what I'm doing.
Right. Right. Okay. So of course, I'm going to ask about your sex tape. Do you have more sex tapes out there with other YouTubers?
No, not with another YouTuber, I don't think.
You don't think?
No. Uh
You gotta think about it.
nah, it's just one.
Okay. Okay. So with that situation, did people kind of look at you different because it was all over YouTube, or how did you feel about that situation? Like, you don't have to go into detail. You can just say however much you feel comfortable with saying. But if you don't want to talk about it at all, then we can skip that.
I think it gave people another reason or another option to pick a side.
Got you.
So I don't think I would make say think people made them look at me differently because you know I nothing changed. Everything I say and everything I said was pretty much shown. Um, but I think that it gave people another chance to choose a side or another angle to be used to be divisive because the way that it was painted out there wasn't really correct.
Right.
I think that people use it as people use it as leverage
Right.
when there shouldn't have been no leverage when it was done evenly.
Right. So, did you have any plans for it to like getting out to people on YouTube? Like, how did you feel about that?
Well, it was a whole plan behind it
Okay,
that was spoken about before.
oh, okay. Okay,
um
got you.
but it got blown out of proportion
Right, right.
before what really was supposed to come together came together. And sometimes that can be a blessing.
So
you
why
know
do you say it could be a blessing?
Well, sometimes things not going the way that you planned sometimes can work out in your favor because maybe this wasn't supposed to go down that way.
Right, right, right.
Hold,
So
hold
with
on,
that
because my
situation and how that went, as far as the drama behind it, will you like date or have an intimate relationship with another YouTuber? You must have walked away. Salute Cool and salute Book. Salute everybody in the chat.
I'm sorry.
You good? You good? So with the situation and the drama behind, that sex tape being released on YouTube on the board, do you feel like you will like have an intimate relationship or not even relationship or a situationship with another YouTuber?
I mean, yeah, I'm not I'm not opposed to it, but it would have to be the right person.
Right,
You know, there would have to be more vetting and more backgrounding done
right,
before something like that could ever happen again.
right.
But no, I'm not opposed to it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
He was 30 years younger.
Done, done right, it could be big.
Right. Polar is a cutie. If he was 30 years old, younger, he'll be my dude. Have anybody told you that you look like Juvenile?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like Juvenile. So, hey guys, like I've asked everything that I needed to ask Polar. If you guys have any questions, please keep it respectful. Polar, it's your choice. Do you want people just to ask the question from the chat, or do you mind people coming up? It's up to you.
It don't matter. You can do either or. It's up to you.
Okay. So, guys, I'm gonna drop the link just in case anybody want to come up. But like I said, please be respectful. If you're being disrespectful, I will drop you. So just please ask respectful questions, y'all. Please.
Hey, I thank you for having me on here.
You're welcome. So how you think it's going so far?
It's good. You got good interviewing skills.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very patient.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very patient. Insider. Hey, bottoms up. So guys, if y'all have any questions, y'all definitely can drop them in the chat or you can hit the link, but please please be respectful, y'all. I don't want no arguing or nothing. I want to keep it on a clean slate. It's been a vibe, Polar, you cool. So let we have so is so player okay to come up, Polar?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hold on, here I come, so player. Is that you, so player?
Yeah, this me.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, salute to Yellow Nugget. I ain't never been up here.
Salute.
Salute to the goat,
What's up,
polar
man?
bear.
What's
What's
up,
up,
man?
pimpin'?
I'm chilling, man.
I got one question for you
Yes,
because
sir.
you teased me. I thought we was gonna get a new War in Dallas. You only gave
Uh,
me one episode.
it's coming, man. It's
Okay,
coming,
I'm
man.
gonna leave it alone then.
So that's what Kim
I'm like, what?
same thing.
I'm gonna leave it alone then.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm a bring it back out, man.
Get in my inbox. I got some. Just get in my inbox. I don't want to say too much on here. I see what's up, but get in my inbox. I got some shit.
Okay.
All right, that's a bit. Hey, salute to you, Yellow Nate. This was a good interview.
Salute,
Salute to
Sophia.
Polar. He the goat, man. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? That's come from the
Yeah.
Godfather. He been doing this, man. He been doing even through our riff raff, man. He's still the goat, man. Y'all got to start giving credit when credit due around here. That's the problem.
Yeah. Salute.
Salute, Polar, man. I'm gonna get at you though.
All right, man.
That's a bit.
Yeah.
So, like, like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like I did a good thing for Dallas.
Right.
You know, a lot of people saw it. You know, a lot of people interacted with it. Um, you know, and I probably should have kept going,
Right.
but you know, it kind of gets boring sometimes just being behind the edited video. Sometimes, you know, it kind of gets boring or whatever.
Right. Right.
Um,
So we have a question in chat. I'm not sure if you want to answer it. You don't have to. We can move forward, but this is the second time that the subscriber have asked that. But if you don't want to answer, then we don't. You know.
I wouldn't. No, I don't regret. I don't regret it because it didn't really hurt me. You know, I think I think it put a spotlight on her, and it became shine time for her to show who she was
Right.
and who she is. So I don't think it did anything to hurt me.
Right. Thank you for that super chat.
I don't know. Did it make y'all love her more? I don't know.
So y'all can drop y'all questions in the chat. He said, "Good grown answer." So I'm gonna just anybody else want to come up, ask Mr. Polar some questions.
What's your goal with your YouTube channel?
I mainly, I want to do interviews. What I'm doing now. I know you had asked me about the little content I'm supposed to be doing for this Nurses Week.
Oh,
So pretty much I came on YouTube to teach, but not knowing or having the knowledge that you can't come over here and tell people your profession and things of that nature, because when you fall out with them, they try to call your job, or they'll try to contact the board of nursing. Like I wasn't warned, about.
have you experienced that yet?
Yeah, I've been doxxed
How'd that happen?
because you have your run-ins with people, and I kind of got tired of the narratives and things of that nature. So I did what I have to do. Like I said, since when I came on YouTube, you had people, they were talking about children, and so I'm like, I don't want to hear that, like, because I've never heard that until I came to YouTube. But then once I was on here for a while, I noticed, like, oh, this is how they fight. This is how they fight. So I stopped taking everything so personal. So it's kind of like when a person was kept finding, well, I would say telling lies on me, I went and found the truth about them, because I'm not gonna tell a lie.
And then they start getting your information. Like,
Yeah, so their revenge was to dox me. So
so what did you come on here to teach about?
just nursing stuff, and also I've experienced things. So why they had um a damn near life well, death experience. So just to talk to people, the things to look out for, like pregnant women, how to the symptoms of diabetes, high blood pressure, postpartum
Yeah.
depression, things of that nature. But of course, with all the drama, it kind of
What y'all show about next week? Well, this week.
uh,
Y'all's checkup. What's
oh
y'all's
yeah.
checkup about?
So it's gonna be about hypertension and things of that nature. Of course, we are not gonna be diagnosing anyone. It's just the things to look out for. So of course, you will have to contact your provider, like if you are experiencing any of these issues, because a lot of people, they're not familiar with the things that's going on with their bodies, and I feel like you, as us Black people, we should, have that knowledge, because once upon a time I didn't know certain things until I became a nurse.
Can I answer that question?
What question?
Polar, what made you start doxing?
Okay, there we go.
Cardi K. Polar, what made you start doxing? So I got doxed first. People were posting my photos, um, posting everything about me, posting my mother's house, posting my mama with my cousin,
Yeah, that's weird.
a whole bunch of other shit. Um, and the first person to get doxxed was Ratchet TV, but that was by somebody else.
Right.
I just picked up the story. Somebody else doxed him and put his information out there. So when people put the tag up under me, oh, he taught the trolls how to dox, he taught the trolls how to do this and do that. That's false. Only thing I wanted people to do is come on here and have fun and talk about not saying the topic.
Right. So you pretty much was doxing people that were doxing you.
Right.
Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, legit money said I'm about to watch War in Memphis while I make this pizza with my princess.
Salute legit.
So do you see like any? I know it was a lot of people in the chat that like that's familiar with you. Like, are any of these people your day ones? Thanks for that super chat.
Everybody's been around for a long time. So majority of these people who went to other sectors to tap in with these other sectors, they came with my movement behind them, making them look like they were somebody to be reckoned with. So all these people who have it's like it was like it's like breaking a vase. You know, all the pieces go all over the place. But my pieces are the only ones that I see everywhere. So yeah, all these people have been around for a long time. What D Bank say? AP, would you consider smashing a female with your partner, a threesome or a train? Asking for a debate. Smashing,
Give me 1 second, okay, Polar.
okay. One female with my partner? Yeah, that's a train. That's a train. A threesome to me is a dude with two chicks. Yeah, it's most definitely a train, homie. I'm pretty sure a woman would call that like a threesome though.
Salute. Thank you, Lori B, for the super chat. Salute, Skokahanis. Salute, child, for the super chat. He said, "Did you already see this question? Would you met up with other people from YouTube and bang?"
Yeah, I would. I
You
mean, I'm a guy and there's some good looking women on here. I
you
mean,
just
who wouldn't?
funny. You just straightforward. You dead serious too.
Because I've done it before, you know. I know it's not, you know, and it probably sounds taboo or it sounds like unreal for people to like meet a blogger and have sex with them, or just meet somebody off the internet, period, off of YouTube and be around them, period. No, you ain't gotta have sex, just meeting somebody off YouTube and being around them. But I done it, so yeah, I do it again.
Hmm. Said I would do it again. said, just keep pushing and you'll push out the ones that not with that content. The ones that want it will come. It's true. That P had no power. She has a tough little boy body. So
She's just go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
so how do you choose your partner as far as the thing the women that you want to be intimate with, like in that matter, as far as doing your porno, your sex tape or whatever? Like, is there like certain expectations or certain
Well,
that they have to meet?
well, now I go for a certain body type, period. But so that situation, since that's the one that's at hand, well, it wasn't really like a vetting situation. It wasn't even really, it really wasn't even, it really wasn't even like we talked a whole bunch before it even happened. This was somebody who had been wanting something to happen, and I don't know if it was her birthday or somebody's birthday, and it was convenient and just did it. I mean, it wasn't really no planned out nothing, but yeah, it's got to be a certain body type. From this point forward, I want some titties and ass.
Oh wow. Okay, so they asking about a t-shirt to the PO box, the juice box.
Yeah, MHB ended up sending a T-shirt to my PO box and end up getting my name
So was it
to
just
dox me.
it was just the name? Hold on. So they sent a t-shirt with just your name on it. Like it didn't have
Nah,
a picture.
like he sent a box to the PO box that had to be uh signed for. It had to be like authorized and signed for. So my information was put. It was returned uh to the sender. My information or whatever.
How did that make you feel?
I mean, I wasn't tripping because, like, I mean, I was just having fun, and I knew that like wasn't nothing gonna really change. No, wasn't nothing gonna change because I don't think nobody had saw me to that point, but I knew that like I'm not no weird nigga or nothing. Like I'm not even no weird looking nigga to where it even. I knew it didn't matter. But I did feel like that nigga got me on some art of war type shit, but I knew nothing would change.
Right, right. See that question? Disco docs you.
Mm-mm.
So have
MHB doxed me. Sko ain't doxed me. They all just showed up afterwards on MHB dick afterwards. Like some hoe ass niggas would.
so you had like issues with all these bloggers. So have y'all like? Do you feel like it ever be a day, that you guys will all like come together and reunite?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. So out of
Probably.
all the bloggers you had, trouble with, which blogger that you would say like, okay, yeah, I probably will we can come together and do some content or do a show together out of the few that you had issues with in the past.
I don't know. I wouldn't really put a name on it.
Okay. If it happened, it just happened.
Yeah, I wouldn't put a name on it.
Okay. Okay. Is there ever an option for all of the OMO 3 content creators to have a gathering amongst, I just kind of asked something similar to that, amongst each other and make like a reality show for the viewers? That'd be lit.
I mean, I think it's something you'd have to talk to them about.
So Kim said after the war in Memphis, do you have another plan?
Yeah. Just make sure you support that one for the time being.
Okay, I think he said that he'll pretty much do it again, but he says you have to have a different body type. Oh my God, they ask these messy questions to our
I guess he's asking, would I ever sleep with her again?
They
No,
asked.
I wouldn't sleep with her again.
I'm saying it was not him. Oh Lord. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the link just in case anybody else want to come up. So how your night going, Polar?
Good. But yeah, I hope I answered. I hope I answered all your questions good enough.
You did. So I'm gonna drop the link one more time because I'm about to, get ready to end the live. If y'all don't have any more questions for Mr. Polar,
Yeah, but a lot of these people who you see, or a lot of these places, I have history with everybody. You know, everybody knows about me. Everybody has spent time with me, substantial amount of time.
right? So how do you deal with the trolling?
Well, don't nobody really troll me. I never really been trolled like that. Honestly, that sounds crazy, right? I never been trolled. I mean,
I think you went out. You say you never been trolled.
my mic cut
So even
out.
when you first started YouTube, like you didn't have people trolling you in the chat, because I know that's kind of hard to do. Like you got some people they will argue with trolls.
Uh, yeah, but I think that was more so part of the content though.
Okay.
But I ain't never really been trolled. I mean, I had people talk shit to me well, you know what? I take that back. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was trolled quite a bit, especially after the MHB beef. Once I transitioned to my other page, people would call in during my content and be fucking with me and stuff. But I mean, it was funny to me. It was fun to me. You know, it was a good time. Like I said, it's probably my best time on here. You know, it was fun.
Right.
I like I like karate chopping them bitches.
So your time on here versus back then, do you feel like you matured?
Yeah, way more now, which a lot of times that might turn people off, because I'm not willing to do the things that I used to do for so long. You know, I'll do them, but I got to do them in spurts now. You know, I'm getting older now. I can't, I can't rev the engine 24/7. So just from time to time, and honestly, it takes a lot of energy out of you to get on here and act a fool. You know,
So how do you deal with, I know you said like you beefing with other content creators, it was fun to you. So like how do you deal with, like when you got all these people coming after you, they making laughs, like do you ignore fine? You pretty much pick and choose when you want to respond and who you respond.
yeah, you just got to pick and choose. You just got to pick and choose who you respond to.
So do you
Uh,
base on like do you base like you responding on how many subscribers that person have? Because you see
nah,
a lot of people they be like, oh, okay, I gotta respond. This person got 3,000 subscribers, so I gotta respond.
I really only will respond to certain people who I've already had history with. Like can't nobody new make a video about me, talking shit about me and expect me to come defend my name and my honor, which might be part of growing up and maturing on the internet. But no, I would can't nobody new start a page and start dragging me and think it's gonna make me come out and say something about it. It'd have to be somebody like Skull or Ratchet or MHB. Um, you know, mainly one of them three guys.
Right.
Maybe Trigger Man. You
Right.
know,
Well, since
somebody
I've been
like that.
on YouTube, I've known for other bloggers to go live, you know, just to get the weight of their page up. They clout chase, they go live on individuals. just to get the numbers, on someone, like yourself or SCO or MHB. But how
Well,
do you feel about that?
I mean, that's just part of the game or whatever.
Gotcha.
You want to get some attention over on your page. I think a lot of people had that plan and think that later on they'll switch it over to something more potent, or what they really want to do on there. But it unfortunately it doesn't really work like that. Most of the time it doesn't work like that. Usually whatever you started off as is what you got to keep going as. I mean, you got to be a bad motherfucker to change what your audience started off listening to you as, and switch it to something else. That's kind of hard. So I
Right.
think for anybody who's starting a page, I mean, just you know, try to stick with whatever your real plan is the whole way through, because if you do anything else, the people you amass from that are only gonna want that. So if you get your numbers up off only talking shit about X, Y, and Z, when you start talking about A, B, and C, it's like throwing the whole rhythm off. I mean, you gotta be a bad motherfucker to do some shit like that. And I think that's one of the reasons why um I put myself there as being a bad motherfucker. I was able to do so many things through being polar bear, and I'm still able to do that. What was the real your dad was that? Yeah, that's my dad. And me and my dad haven't even had a sit down and spoke about any of that stuff yet. Um, you know, my dad wasn't me and my dad weren't close when all that happened. So for him to get that from a distance, it's like shocking or whatever. But me and him haven't talked about it. And honestly, what he did wasn't really that bad. I mean, when I look back on a lot of that stuff, I really wish that I didn't make it a big deal. I mean, because there was really no serious outcome at the end of the day.
Right. Right. So how do you feel about people who starting a channel based off of like drama? How do you feel about that?
I mean, that's just. I mean, I don't have an issue with it.
Right.
I mean,
But
you
I
got
just
you
kind of
you got to get your weight up how you get your weight up.
right. But I kind of feel like when you start, your page based on, drama, once you want to talk about something positive, then
It
people
doesn't work.
right. So they here for, because they there for the mess.
So I'm gonna say this. There was a girl who I'm about to go grab some water. Hold on.
Okay, good. Go ahead. Y'all be gonna take a brief intermission. I'll be back.
Oh, hey, okay. Um, I saw, I saw. There's a girl in the sector. Her name is um uh Transparent Talk.
Mm-hmm.
So when she first started, she was doing like conscious content or whatever, and I remember giving her advice and stuff when she first started, but for some reason she ended up covering the mess.
Right.
She ended up diving into the mess and then tried to go back into the conscious content, and it didn't work out. So that right there is like a like, and I'm not even dissing her. I'm not even talking bad about her, because we all do things that don't work,
Right.
and you have to try something different. We've all done things that didn't work. Hell, I tried to rap and it didn't work. You
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Just when it doesn't work, you got to stop and then try something else.
Yeah, you gotta try something.
So she and so that's like a prime example right there of like, you did good with the conscious stuff, you making noise with that, then you, I guess, sold out for the numbers because maybe you thought you weren't keeping up, and then your whole crowd ended up changing. Then you want to go back to your heart of the reason why you started your page, and then it doesn't work, and then that might get you discouraged too.
Right. Right. I think it's hard when you're trying to build your channel and you're trying to be positive because I feel like it grows a little slower, because drama sells. Like everybody wants to be, hear it. Like don't get me wrong, I like to hear it. Do I like to be a part of it? No, but definitely like I don't find it no different from watching Atlanta Housewives, Bad Girls Club. So it's kind of like YouTube is a reality show sometimes, but I definitely like to watch sometimes. Do I like to be a part of it? No. Like we are all messy in some shape, form, or fashion. We're human. So,
Hmm.
but Martello Media says, Polar, I have 200 subs and I mostly do celebrity content. I don't know anything about the sector and I'm not with the scratching any advice.
I mean, it's no room for you to grow in the sector unless you with the scratching.
That's true.
And that's just being honest. There's no room to grow. There's no room for growth.
That's true. So
I
how do
mean,
you
it's like
actually
the
get
sector's backed into a corner.
right? How do you get out of this sector? Like there's no way. It's like you trap. Like how do you get out of this sector?
I shit, I don't know. That's a good question. That's a damn good question. I don't know. I mean, once your page becomes about the sector, I mean, you can't. It's almost like you can't make it about nothing else, or it's just not gonna do anything. That's a good question. Dude, I don't know, man, because I just keep doing celebrity content, you know, try to tap in with that, try to, you know, I don't know, man. Salute Mathello Media. Most people's pages don't pop on YouTube for at least 3-4 years.
Really, 3 or 4 years?
So within that 3-4 years, you'll see most creators will have a couple videos that'll pop throughout that 3, 4, 5 years, but they don't really build that following until that fourth or fifth year. And the videos that struggled throughout their coming up, they'll take those down and only keep those videos that performed throughout those years. And it looked like they've always been popping the whole time through. But they really done a lot of stuff. Sometimes it didn't work.
Right.
But I don't know about this sector. I mean, I don't have any advice for anybody trying to come up in the sector. I mean, I don't know. I don't know because the sector's all over the place. I mean,
Yeah,
you got the sector trying to run to other sectors.
that's true. Have you ever tried to dib and dab in like the beef sector?
So I dealt with the beef sector one time. Uh I used a clip of VS content to talk about Den Mahaya. Um and she ended up trying to strike my channel,
Oh, okay.
which she put in for the strike, but it didn't go through because I used the fair use and stuff like that. But I didn't talk bad about her. I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't do nothing foul to her.
Right.
So for her to do that, I don't want nothing to do with no shit like that.
Right. So have you ever been in a situation like on YouTube to where you had to remain neutral?
Yeah, yeah. I'm like neutral right now.
Okay.
Some people might look at this and think that I'm uh oh, he's over there talking to the ops. He's over there. No, I'm just being
Yeah,
neutral.
that's true. I can give you that. So is this like have you done other interviews in the past?
Yeah, I did one with Ratchet TV when I first started YouTube. Um, and that's really it.
Hmm.
I might have did another one. I think I
Oh,
did one the other day or something.
oh, you did.
Not yeah, yeah. I did one like a few months ago.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm pretty much done here. If you have anything else to say, we can close it out.
Well, I want to say thank you for having me on here. I appreciated talking to you, and if I can assist you in any way, you got any questions or anything like that, I'll be happy to answer them for you. Anybody else, y'all got any questions? I'll be happy to answer them for you. But for the most part, I want people to know that I'm a pretty level-headed guy. Uh, sometimes the character got exaggerated a little bit. At times, sometimes it was toned down. Um, People do have mixed feelings about me, but I think that's a good thing. You know, I think if everybody feels the same way, the math must be off, or you must be a fucked up nigga. I'm glad. So it's good that it's a mix and shit like that. So um, I'm always stay neutral. I'm not choosing no side. I hope everybody succeeds and see some sort of success on
Right.
YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I definitely, appreciate you for taking the time out to come and chatting with me. Like I said before, I'm a new content creator, and you could have not responded. Like you could have just overlooked my message. So, like, I definitely appreciate you, like I said, for taking the time out. If I have any question, I definitely will hit you up, and I appreciate you for stopping by, and we'll be talking soon.
All right. Hopefully we can do something in the future. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely with it.
All right.
Salute to you.
All right. Bye.
All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. So y'all was crazy. So salute everybody. I appreciate for y'all for joining in. Until next time, y'all have a great Saturday. I'm out. Peace.